Hey guys, it's Josh Taylor Vlogs back at you with another video today. And today I am actually filming a tattoo tour, all about my tattoos 2025. It's been quite a while since I've done one of these, and I've gotten several new tattoos since the last time I filmed a video. The last time I filmed it, it was in my basement with awful lighting and whatnot, so I'm hoping that it's a little better for you guys this time. Also, we're going to try to get better angles of my tattoos. This is my first video that I've ever filmed in 4K, so I hope the quality looks decent. So I have here a list of all my tattoos. Hopefully I didn't forget any. And I used to know all the years and everything, different times that I got the tattoos and what order I got them in. And I mostly remember them, but I figured it would just be easier to work my way up throughout the different areas of my body. Without further ado, here we go. I guess I'm going to start with my legs and whatnot. We're gonna do it that way, I guess. So I got this Mario super mushroom, the one where if Mario or Luigi eats it, it powers them up and makes them a little larger. It was a Friday the 13th tattoo special, so gotta love it. Then I have Pikachu and Haunter right here. This is my gaming leg sleeve, whatever you want to call it. I haven't worked on it in a long time, so a lot of these tattoos are very faded, but I don't really care. Then I have my Kingdom Hearts tattoo thigh piece here. It's my biggest tattoo by far. It has the lamp from Aladdin, the skull from Pirates of the Caribbean, the rose from Beauty and the Beast, and the trident from The Little Mermaid. And you have Ansem over here with the heartless symbol, as well as King Mickey right there, and Sora in the Halloween Town outfit, and the regular Kingdom Hearts heart right there, and then one of the first heartless that you encounter in the first game. So it has a lot of different aspects of the games on here. Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 are my favorites by far. It's hard for me to choose between number 1 and 2 as my favorite, but I guess I would have to go with number 1, since obviously I played that first and it was one of my first PlayStation 2 games, so I really love Kingdom Hearts. Now, over here we have my right leg and whatnot. I have this crappy smiley face stick and poke that I did. I didn't think it was going to stay, but it did, so I appreciate it now. Then we have Courage the Cowardly Dog. I really love this piece. It's got Courage when he's scared and his little hole in his tooth and whatnot. I got this done by an artist that I've had several pieces by, and I requested that she did green and purple. So that's cool. Those are some of my favorite colors. Then we have the skull smoking a joint here. It was another Friday the 13th special. I like it. I don't smoke or anything anymore of any sort. So then we have Ghostface with my favorite quote from the movies. What's your favorite scary movie? And fun fact, my artist, she's the one who did Courage the Cowardly Dog, and she had a reference for the font right here, but she actually drew it all freehand, so she's very talented.
Hello, Sydney.
Hi. Who is this?
You tell me.
She also did Freddy Krueger from A Nightmare on Elm Street. If you couldn't tell, this is like my horror spooky type sleeve. Still have to add a lot to that. And next we have my crappy stick and poke little collection here that I did one night when I was bored and just, yeah. So we have Skate right here, a random triangle, a wine glass falling, random X, the Harry Potter with the lightning bolt and the glasses, and a slice of pepperoni pizza. These are all things I like, even though I can't really skate anymore. The legs are done here. Now we'll move on to my arms, I guess, and hands, etc. I guess I'll just take the camera and show you like this. We have the little dots on my fingers that I did myself, stick and poke wise. Some people think that the 3 dots, to them at least, it means mi vida loca, aka my crazy life. And I guess 3 dots, especially the triangle forms, are a gang thing supposedly, but that's not what they mean to me. They're just there for aesthetic, and if anything to me, 3 means the Holy Trinity, so because I am religious. Then I got this diamond tattoo on my ring finger, Friday the 13th, of course, and I have the word live that I did myself, very faded, not the best by any means, but it's a nice reminder. And I got the airplane here in Chicago, very overpriced. I'm never getting tattooed on vacation ever again, but it was cool. Then we have the equality symbol and male symbol and play and pause. And then we have this heart outline, which I got a different time going to Chicago, also very overpriced. I've had it touched up once, and obviously finger and hand tattoos don't hold up too well, but that's okay. And then I have the little XD stick and poke that I did, because back in the day we just didn't have automatic emojis, so you had to type it this way with letters to make a smiling, laughing face. So that's kind of a throwback to my childhood and whatnot. And this is a candle with wax dripping on it, also very faded, but I don't really care. It was a Halloween tattoo flash special. I love it. I've had it for years. Then we have Zero, the ghost dog from Nightmare Before Christmas. I got that with my friend Carol this last December 2024 for Friday the 13th as well. He's obviously very faded. For my job at work, I have to wash my hands a lot and use gloves, so I kind of expected this, but I might get him touched up when I have several days off in a row. Then we have the star filled in, and this was a random one that I always wanted because I can point to where I'm from here in Michigan, Ione, Michigan, between Grand Rapids and Lansing, 2 of the biggest cities in Michigan. So I wanted to be able to do that so I could point out where I'm located or where I'm from in Michigan, because I always used to do it without this, and I thought, hey, that'd be kind of fun to get that. Some other people have it, but not too many people as far as the star where they're from in Michigan. Then I have this stick and poke that you can barely see on my middle finger here. It was supposed to be an eye with these little lines around it. I don't know. It's very faded, but it hasn't faded completely. I think it'd be fun to have it actually visible again, but who knows. Then we have Send It, which I still like it because I use the phrase quite a bit when I'm cliff or bridge jumping or doing flips on the trampoline. Sorry, I'm kind of blocking the lighting there. And the artist at the time, who had done several of my pieces, I asked him to grab the font of this other one that one of his other artists at his shop did. This is Fam right here. It's kind of blended in with my other tattoos because that's all the room I had. But I wanted this exact font with the words Send It over here. And he just wrote it by hand, and it really doesn't look like this font at all. I don't know why I still went along with it. So here's a lesson to just go with what you feel instead of what your artist does. Like, it's going to be on your body the rest of your life. So make sure you speak up if it's not quite what you want. I still like it, but it's definitely going to have to be reworked, and it's definitely not the font that I wanted, but oh well. So moving up here, we have the Friday the 13th special again, the Roman numeral 13 symbol. Obviously, you can see a pattern. I really enjoy getting small flash pieces for Friday the 13th. They're nice little fillers for a sleeve or whatnot, but I'm probably going to slow down on those. And we have the 5 stars outlines. I just always like the look of these, and I never knew it at the time, but it kind of means to me my 5 immediate family members, including myself. I didn't look at it that way at the time, but that's how I look at it now, and it's very cool. Then we have the chapter art from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, the book. I believe that this is chapter 18, and it is the Heir of Slytherin. I always loved this chapter art. It's by Mary Grand Prix. She does the artwork on the old school Harry Potter books. I don't know if she does the new ones or not, but yeah. So then we have the semicolon stick and poke that I did on myself. It's upside down on purpose so that way I can see it. Most of my tattoos are quote unquote facing the audience, but this one I wanted myself to be able to view. And then we have the Spider Woman. And this is actually artwork from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, the movie. It's when Harry, Ron, and Hermione are in the library trying to find the recipe for the polyjuice potion, which I believe is out of the book, fictional book in the movies and whatnot. Most potente potions or most potent potions. And I always really liked the look of it. And it's from the movie. so I thought that was cool. Then working our way up, we have this rock-on skeleton hand. Some people consider it devil horns. I don't. I just consider it rock-on, and that's a cool symbol since I'm a big metalhead and I love rock in general. And it's kind of hard to show you guys, I guess. So I'm really trying my best here, but bear with me. So then we have the sorting hat, which I love, from Sorcerer's Stone. And recently I got Gryffindor underneath it because I am a Gryffindor, and in the first movie, I'm sure you guys have seen it, that's what house he places Harry into, and he kind of does it with Gryffindor or whatever voicing, so I put the exclamation point at the end as well. I really like it. And then we have expecto patronum, kind of wraps around my arm a little bit there. Pretty faded, but really don't care. One of my favorite spells from Harry Potter. You can see a theme. I basically almost have a half sleeve or quarter sleeve of Harry Potter related things. Then we have platform 9 3/4 here. Especially originally from Sorcerer's Stone. Very cool. I'd say Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets are all my all-time favorite books and movies. Chamber of Secrets being number 1 to me, of course. Followed by Goblet of Fire. So I do have the Dark Mark here. It's a replica from the movies. I always wanted it. I think it looks really cool. I think we all have a little dark in us in addition to good. So I really wanted the replica. Think what you will of it. To me, it doesn't mean the questionable things that people nowadays think it does. At least not to me, it doesn't. Then we have the chapter stars. They're not quite the exact same as in the books, but if you've ever read the books, these little stars or similar stars are in the top left or right corner of each page of any Harry Potter book. So that was cool. Then we have the dollar sign, another Friday the 13th one. It's really blended in now, so you can't really see it that well, but it's all good. Then we have the fam that I pointed out earlier, and that's special to me because my friend Walt, that I've known for well over a decade now, that's what he calls me, and I call him that, short for family. It's just special to me. He's been a great friend to me, to say the least, and very important in my life, so I kind of wanted to do that mainly to honor him. So then I have the stick and poke arrow right here that I did myself. I guess to remind myself to just keep moving forward no matter what. Sounds cliche, but I really don't care. Then we have One-Eyed Willy from the Goonies. I've always wanted a pirate skull, and I figured he would be a good one to get because I love the movie, The Goonies, and the artist that did Ghostface and Courage and whatnot. She did use a reference picture that I provided for her, but she did do this whole tattoo freehand as well, so I really enjoy it immensely. Then we have the Aries tribal symbol right here. I've always wanted a tribal tattoo. I don't care if anyone thinks they're cringe. I really enjoy the style of tribal, and I figured I would get my birth zodiac sign or whatever. I'm not big on horoscopes, but it is part of when I was born, so I thought that was cool. Then recently I got this paper airplane outline as a free tattoo that I won from the Tattoo December Friday the 13th event this last year. I won it in a contest, which was super cool. And we have the peace sign here, simple but bold. This is a sheet ghost for a flash design. I really like it. I don't like the placement I did. Once again, listen to yourself and not your artist in some cases. It did not get placed well. I would have preferred it straight up and down, but it's a little crooked. But that's okay. I love Halloween. I always have since I've been a little kid, so I thought that was a good way to commemorate that. And then recently I got 1991 in this font. I can't remember what the font is called, but I really like it. That's my birth year, of course, and I wanted an area to fill out the rest of my ditch. For the most part, I still have some space, but it filled it up quite nicely, I think. Then we have the Eye of Horus. At least I thought it was the Eye of Horus, and depending on what you look up on Google, some people say it's the Eye of Ra or the Eye of Horus. So they're basically similar as far as what they look like, and depending on who you talk to, it's one or the other. But I've always enjoyed Egyptian culture and hieroglyphics, so I thought this would be cool. Originally, I believe it was supposed to mean a symbol of protection, but I don't really know for sure. Being a Christian, the religious protection aspect of it, I don't really care about, but I really like the artwork on it. So then I have this coffee cup, once again, Friday the 13th here. Nice little filler, even though I used a big chunk of my real estate for tattoos on my skin. But I love it because I am a big coffee drinker and have been for, probably 2 decades or more. Then we have the Michigan outline right here with the Upper Peninsula and the Lower Mitten Peninsula. And this is a star from where I'm from again in Michigan, Ionia, Michigan. So I might get some dots or something on this to show where I've jumped off cliffs and bridges in Michigan, but we'll see. And then I have the very faded Lincoln Park, one of their new logos. I really enjoyed the look of it, just the aesthetic of it, and I've been listening to them for well over 20 years, so I really enjoy it. Rest in peace, Chester, of course. Their music is very meaningful to me, and just a wonderful, great band all around. These are going to be hard to see, but I have the PlayStation symbols on my lower knuckles here. They are extremely faded and really not the best because the circle's very uneven, the triangle's smaller than it should be. So I'd like to get those kind of fixed someday, but I'm not too worried about it at the same time. So next we have a nature scene, very faded as well. It looked a lot better when I first got it done. Obviously tattoos fade, but this one has faded a lot. And I want to get these touched up, I guess, all these ones that are faded. But I'd rather get more tattoos for the time being. Then we have Doodlebob with me, hoi manoi. One of the things he said on the SpongeBob episode. Basically, SpongeBob draws him and he comes to life and he wreaks havoc in Bikini Bottom. So that was kind of fun. Then we have the Eye of the Storm, a Friday the 13th piece. A lot of these Friday the 13th tattoos I've gotten in the same session. So it's like, if I'm going to sit down, I might as well make it worthwhile type thing. Then we have one of my favorites, SpongeBob SquarePants riding the jellyfish. I just uploaded a video. My newest video before this one is when my friend Jasmine and I got best friend tattoos because she has Patrick riding the jellyfish and I got SpongeBob. She is even a bigger fan than I am of SpongeBob, and I thought it would be a cool way to show our friendship, as did she. This is still my number one complimented tattoo to date. And the girl who did One-Eyed Willy and Ghostface, she did this. There's no outline, obviously, no black outline, and she just did a wonderful job. And it is going on 4 years old, I think, and it still looks great. Then we have Dory here. I love her. She's very faded and didn't heal that well, but she still looks okay from a distance. Finding Nemo was actually my first DVD that I ever got, and when it came out, I was very obsessed with it, and I actually started keeping fish after watching Finding Nemo. Fish keeping, I love. I never had saltwater fish. It's a lot of work and expensive, but I do like freshwater fish. Someday I'd like to get back into that. Then we have this crappy Ouija planchette. I think it's spooky, and the Ouija board is controversial, but it's still spooky. I never want to use them again. I have unfortunately used them before. I would never recommend it because if you actually try to have an open mind, they will work. Believe what you want to believe, whatever. That's just my experience. Then we have this cross right here, Friday the 13th special. The artist at the time warned me not to get it facing me because a lot of people, he said, would think of it as an upside down cross, which of course is satanic, but I still did it anyway because it's a reminder of me and my faith. And I really haven't gotten any bad comments on it so far after having it for probably 10 or 12 years. Next, we have the Cult of Thorn tattoo. This is a real rune, to my knowledge, and a real symbol, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but my inspiration from it was from Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, because in that movie he has the Cult of Thorn tattooed on his right wrist, and it's a big part of the movie plot. I wanted it a little faded like Michael has in the movie, but I've realized it looks kind of crappy that way, and I'll probably have it more bold at some point and filled in. Then we have my pride dots, which are also very faded. There's supposed to be orange here, but it's almost gone, along with yellow and whatnot. I still love them, showing my pride. And here is a ray gun or zapper gun, whatever you want to call it. I actually have a video on this from years ago. It was from a Get What You Get tattoo machine, which is where they have little designs on paper wrapped up in those little bubble capsules, and you put your quarter in and then it gives you a random one, kind of like those little toys you used to see at the store in those machines. So I was really lucky because this is what came out the first time I cranked the dial, and I didn't even have to do any more. I'm like, this is perfect. So I had him do green and purple. Once again, one of my favorite color combinations. And I believe that's it for this arm. So next, we have the anti-possession symbol from Supernatural, the TV show. I love Supernatural so much, and I thought the theming was cool because the main characters, Sam and Dean, in the show, they both get this tattooed because it was supposed to prevent them from being possessed by demons. And it looks really cool. It's kind of a pentagram, but it's kind of not. I don't know. Think what you will. I just think the design looks sweet, and it's a cool fandom tattoo. I will do my neck tattoo, the 3 bats here. I had the original one on top for a Halloween special that I got with that candle on my hand. I really like it, but people always thought it was a Batman logo, which Batman is cool, but I'm not the biggest fan by any means. He's very cool, what have you, but it was a Halloween bat and not a Batman logo. So I figured that on the last Friday the 13th event that I went to with my friend Carol, like I said, there's a video about that from a couple months ago. I figured since they had these 2 bats as little flash with the tiny little stars or what have you, or sparkles, whatever you want to call it, I figured it was a perfect opportunity to add them to this bat, and that really clarifies, in my opinion, that it's not Batman. There's nothing wrong with people thinking it's Batman, but I got tired of explaining it over and over that it's a Halloween bat, and I shouldn't have to explain it. I didn't have to. Eventually I was just like, oh yeah, thanks. I didn't correct anybody or try to enlighten them that it wasn't a Batman logo. And after he did the 2 down here, he actually touched up the one up here, so that way it would match these 2 fresher ones a lot more. The original one was starting to get faded. I mean, it is, I think this year it's like 10 years old, either 9 or 10 years old, something like that. So that was cool. And then I did this crappy little dot stick and poke on my face. I also have a video of this as well, me tattooing my friend Darren. He wanted a face tattoo, actually those 3 dots, and he did mean Mi Vida Loca, my crazy life, when he got it. I tried to talk him out of it, but he still wanted it, so I did it. And to him, it's not gang affiliation, so before anybody says anything, that's not what it's intended for him. So during that time, I was like, hey, this is a little introduction to me getting a face tattoo, so I just did this stupid little dot. Most people don't even know it's a tattoo. They think it's a birthmark, which is fine. Then right here under my sideburn hair, I have a purple heart that I got. That was definitely cool, I thought, because I can hide it and grow out my hair when I don't want people to see it, or I can shave my sideburns if I do want people to see it. I will probably insert a picture of that one because it's barely visible through my sideburn, but that's the reason I got it right there. Check the list on my phone, but I believe that is all of my tattoos. So I just want to check this real quick and we will go from there. This is all of my tattoos that I currently have, including stick and pokes. And if I counted correctly, I have a little over 50 professional tattoos that I've actually gotten done in a shop. And I have, I don't know, 7 or 8 stick and pokes that I did myself. So grand total, I probably have a little over 60 tattoos. I will count them and put it in the screen right here when I'm editing it. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you guys have any video requests that you want me to do, and I will try my best to do those. I just want to say thank you so much for over 2,500 subscribers, you guys. It just means the world to me. I can't believe that we have this many subs on my channel. Years and years ago in 2008, I thought it would be cool to hit even 100 subscribers, which that is really cool. But I just never expected to be at this point with my YouTube channel, even all these years later. And last year I hit over 1 million views total out of my like 1,100 plus videos. So that means a lot to me. I don't make money, but it's cool to see that some people enjoy my content and that I can have all these memories as I've been on YouTube for 17 years this year. This month, actually, I'm going to be 34, and I started making YouTube videos in 2008 when I was 17 years old. So I've been doing it for half my life, and I was a teenager. So your support is greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Peace out.